From field to fiber to fabric, cotton plant to consumer product. The U.S. cotton and textile industries have become leaders in sustainability, setting them apart from the rest of the world. Clean, modern, and energy-efficient facilities where the use of water, energy, and chemicals have been dramatically reduced, where almost everything is recycled or reused, staffed by dedicated workers who receive generous benefits and are valuable team members. This is the U.S. industry today, and it all starts with the cotton. U.S. cotton is grown with one overriding goal: sustainability, often defined as meeting the world's need for fiber today, while ensuring a thriving industry for future generations. It requires being on the cutting edge of science and agriculture. U.S. growers employ environmentally friendly practices such as conservation tillage, which saves energy, reduces carbon emissions and soil erosion, and satellite technology that pinpoints precisely where agricultural chemicals are needed. Whether cotton is grown conventionally or organically, it is regulated by the U.S. federal government as a food crop and must meet stringent environmental and worker protection standards. U.S. growers have greatly reduced the use of land, water, energy, and chemical inputs.
Cotton is a unique crop. It's a unique natural crop because it's the natural fiber. It makes very few demands upon the soil and the water because it can grow without many nutrient inputs, without much water. So we've been able to double yields in the last 30 years on the cotton fields we have. Huge benefits for nature, huge benefits for society as a whole.
U.S. cotton production is uniquely transparent. Every single bale can be traced from the farm where it is grown to the mill where it is spun into yarn. U.S. cotton textile mills have also been innovators for more than 25 years, using fewer chemicals, less water, and producing far less waste, while meeting strict standards set by the Environmental Protection Agency. The industry has also been a leader in worker health and safety. What follows are just a few examples of the U.S. cotton textile industry today. In the town of Tryon in northwest Georgia, 160-year-old Mount Vernon Mills turns raw cotton into denim. 4,000 bales of cotton each week. The South Carolina-based company is ahead of its time. 20 years ago, it hired an executive whose sole job is to focus on the environment.
I was told from the owner of the company years ago that we were going to do the right thing environmentally, period. Basically, you got the owner of the company saying, we're not going to cut corners on the environment, so whatever you need, Ron, to do it right, that's what we're going to do, and that's a good feeling to have that kind of support from the top.
Due east in Gaffney, South Carolina, Carolina Cotton Works is a dyeing and finishing plant started just 15 years ago by a father and his sons. They have been committed to using only the most cutting-edge and efficient processes and equipment.
We're probably the newest dye house in the United States. The good fortune of buying newer state-of-the-art equipment is that it's more efficient than most of those of our competitors, which in essence means you use less water, less chemicals, and less dye stuff.
An example is this massive dryer, fueled by natural gas, which cuts greenhouse gas emissions by at least 30%. This facility obviously does not fit the standard image of a dyeing and finishing plant.
We keep a well-lit, high-ceiling, well-ventilated operation. We feel like it's a pleasant environment to work in for our people. You know, I think we kind of buck the trend in that respect.
In the North Carolina town of Lumberton, Contempora Fabrics produces circular knits. Employees here have every incentive to keep this a thriving business.
100% of Contempora Fabrics is owned by its employees.
They know what's going on. We go through what's going on in our company and where we've been, what's going on. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's right in front of them.
Contemporary fabrics.
Everyone here, from the front office to the factory floor, is obsessive about reusing and recycling.
We reuse cardboard, we sell cardboard, we sell plastic. We even use the backs of pages in the offices for reports and print on them. It's just amazing how a group of people, when you tell them that they're saving their money, they will really jump in and do a job. So it's about 85 to 90% reduction in what's going to the landfill. It was getting to be a real problem in this county, so we wanted to participate in trying to reduce that, so we did.
In Littlefield, Texas, northwest of Lubbock, American Cotton Growers is a cooperative owned by farmers and turns their U.S. cotton into denim. The plant's dyeing process creates wastewater. All of it flows into massive evaporation ponds, which hold 150 million gallons of water. This method prevents waste dye and chemicals from getting into the environment.
Water that would have been discharged into a stream or a lake is now, pumped out to our evaporation ponds. We have them lined to protect the water table, to protect the aquifer. Turns into water vapor, back up into the clouds, turns into rain. I'm not aware of anybody else in the world treating their wastewater this way.
Headquartered in Gastonia, North Carolina, Parkdale Mills is the largest user of cotton in the hemisphere. All cotton includes a small percentage of byproducts like these, which have traditionally been thrown away in landfills. But at Parkdale, they're collected, put into bales, then turned into a usable fiber. These household mops are actually created from those cotton waste products. Even the tiniest dust particles have an afterlife.
The raw material comes in, and in the raw material there's very fine, it's hard to see it here, but there's very fine particles of dust. And what you see here is the very fine particles that are basically dust size that have been collected and compressed under pressure into these briquettes. This is actually used in the smoker that is used by the beekeeper. Years ago this would have gone to the landfill, and we would have paid to send it to the landfill. And now the farmer comes, the beekeeper comes to pick it up.
The beneficiaries are the surrounding community and Parkdale's bottom line.
We're always looking at what we can do to take cost out, if it's waste or if it's efficiencies or if it's energy. That's where we focus our attention.
In Jefferson, Georgia, Buehler Yarn starts with Pima cotton and spins it into high-quality yarn. The goal, of course, is to do it as efficiently as possible.
We have about 22% waste from raw material through all of our processes, but we recycle as much as 18 or 19%, so almost all of it.
Like so many other plants, Buehler is filled with sophisticated equipment and values the men and women who service and run that equipment.
The educational level that you need in your workforce is extremely high. We have to pay a good salary and offer them benefits that is competitive, if not better than where they can get anywhere else.
In Mount Pleasant, North Carolina, Tuscarora Yarns has pioneered a technology that turns denim cuttings and textile byproducts into usable yarn.
Manufacturing of denim jeans creates waste fabric. There's no way around it. We're having the clips turned into fiber, which then is produced into yarn by our company. And then our customers can then offer denim jeans that have a high content of recycled blue jean in them. We believe we've expanded the range of product and the amount of indigo that can be recycled in a given yarn substantially. We think it's a pretty sizable breakthrough.
In La Cassine, Louisiana, Zagas USA bucked the odds and just completed a brand new spinning facility built from scratch.
We wanted to make the best quality yarn, and we knew that to make the best quality yarn you need the newest equipment. This is the state-of-the-art plant. It translates into our profitability and also into the amount of energy that we consume.
The company has created more than 70 new jobs, and as an example of their corporate social responsibility, has made a point of getting involved in the local community.
Being a good citizen, being a good corporate citizen, being involved in your area is critical to us. And our theory is that if you run the business the right way, and if you treat the people you work with the right way, and if you're a good citizen in your community, the bottom line will take care of itself.
In Sanford, North Carolina, Frontier Spinning is also relatively young and features the nation's single largest spinning plant in terms of pounds produced. The company reuses tens of thousands of tray packs, bale coverings, and just about everything else.
Well, this is burlap. We bale it up and can sell it to someone downstream who will subsequently turn that back into some sort of a textile product, potentially a carpet backing or something like that. These other waste products have a downstream customer who will put it into probably into some type of insulation. This byproduct over here we give away to local farmers who will feed that product to their livestock as a supplement. It's very much a responsible industry in that we are very efficient and have very little waste ultimately in the stream.
In Gaffney, South Carolina, Hamrick Mills has been producing unfinished fabric for more than a century.
Sustainability to us means sustaining the company and sustaining the employees and sustaining the environment along with it. It's sustaining everything. I would like to be able to retire here. I think most of the people who work here would like to be able to retire here. So we need to do everything possible to sustain our company and sustain our business, as well as sustaining the environment and our natural resources along the way.
10 companies, each of them committed to producing products of the highest quality in the most socially responsible way. They have invested in advanced and efficient technologies and have made the U.S. cotton textile industry a standard bearer for the rest of the world. Anyone using U.S. manufactured cotton yarns and fabrics can be absolutely confident that they are produced in the most responsible and sustainable manner, and that U.S. cotton textiles are indeed a world apart.